Good morning and welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast. My name is William Hemsworth. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. And first of all, I want to thank you for your patience. Yesterday we had a technical snafu that prevented me from airing yesterday's show. Well, it appears we got all of that worked out now, so thank you very much for your patience. It was pretty frustrating. Whatever was going on was making my voice sound like Optimus Prime. It was quite frustrating, but hey, here we are. Today we're continuing on in Matthew chapter 5, and today we're going to look at Matthew chapter 5 verses 25 and 26, which say, "Come to terms quickly with your accuser while you are on the way to court with him, or your accuser may hand you over to the judge, and the judge to the guard, and you will be thrown into prison. Truly I tell you, you will never get out until you have paid the last penny." Well, if you've been following the show in the previous verses, we talked about, Jesus was talking about reconciling with your brother. Well, today he seems to take that a step further. He says, you need to reconcile, kind of in a legal sense as well. So basically he's telling us to reconcile in every aspect of our lives, whether it be personal, professional, whatever it may be. If there's someone out there that we're having a grudge against, well, we're being told by Jesus to go out and make the attempt of reconciliation. Now, if that person doesn't accept, that's on them. If you've done it, you've done your duty. So I would encourage you, no matter how hard the situation is, to try to reconcile. It doesn't mean that we forget what happened. It doesn't mean that we're doormats. It doesn't mean to say, hey, here I am, do what you did to me again. No, it's not what it means. It just means we're forgiving that person. It doesn't mean we have to forget what harm they did, that we just have to forgive them the way that Christ has forgiven us. And then verse 26, Jesus says, truly I tell you, you're not going to get out until you pay every last penny. Well, in the ancient world, it was kind of a common practice to imprison people that couldn't pay their debts. And this was a Gentile practice. It wasn't a practice done among the Israelites. It was done among the Gentiles. And something that was interesting is, Jesus uses the word penny. I have this term written down, 1 second. A penny was a quadrant, and it was 1/64th of a minimum day's wage. So there's no way that anyone would ever be able to pay their debts back on 1/64th of a minimum day's wage. Now, furthermore, in those days, isn't like today where you're in jail, you get some, you do some work, you make a little bit of money. But granted, it's very little, but you get a little money you can spend at the commissary, whatever you want to do with it. If you're jailed for debts, if you're in jail, period, you're not getting a wage at all. You're not getting a wage. So there's no way you can pay your debts. It takes a benefactor, someone from the outside. So who's that person from the outside for us? Well, he's talking to us in the gospel, Jesus Christ. He pays our debt by what he did for us on the cross. That's the good news. That's the gospel. Awesome message in the Sermon on the Mount today. Again, thank you for your patience on the issues I had with the episode yesterday. We should be good from now on. Well, God bless you guys. I thank you for tuning into this episode of the Daily Bible Podcast. As always, if you enjoy it, please share it, please rate it. God bless you guys. Thank you very much.